What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope all is well with you guys out there on this beautiful Tuesday night. All is well here. You know, you can't even go to your job or wherever you work, office, factory, warehouse, whatever, to do your job without having to be bothered by some miserable racist. As in this particular situation right here, it took place on the Today Show set. You know, on July 15th, maybe July 16th, they had an incident that took place there where you had 41-year-old True Love, Andrew True Love, that is, decided that he wanted to go into the studios of the Today Show, and address Al Roker. Instead, he found the host, Craig Melvin, to your left right here, and just hit him with a barrage of racial slurs. Well, Craig Melvin did not take too light of that, and I don't blame him. And he got at him, And since then, Andrew True Love has been arrested and charged with hate crime burglary, hate crime menacing, hate crime criminal trespass, and harassment. This is the dude you see to the right of the screen right here with the arrow pointing at him. You see, damn shame. You see what I mean? Back in 2007, True Love was accused of trying to abduct an 8-year-old girl, okay, from a school in Norfolk, Virginia. He was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison, but I think like 6 years was suspended, and he did like 10 years on probation. And now he's back in the spotlight being a miserable, low-life, subhuman racist. You see, like I say, he came in there looking for Al Roker. You see what I mean? And saw Craig Melvin. So I guess anybody would do so he can spew his racial slurs at. Thing about a racist is this: they're very entitled, and they don't mind risking life and limb, to come at people that's basically so-called black people that's not bothering them, regardless of what the consequences, they might face. That's what they do. You see what I'm saying? This man right here could have been took out. You see, it's important that racists should get their racist behavior and ideology in the check before something happens to them. You see what I'm saying? Because ain't everybody putting up with this mess no more. Period. A lot of people woke up to him. Even some of them people can't stand him because the thing is, these racist people got their own kind being looked at as possibly racist. You see what I'm saying? They getting the blame. So that's just what it is, Now, in lieu of this incident happening, Craig Melvin has decided to take some time off. And this is why. Check this out.
I've decided to step back temporarily from hosting today. Their security has been completely unacceptable. After all these years working there, a stranger was able to easily get past multiple security checks, make it all the way backstage into my dressing room, and lunge at me shouting hateful, disgusting things. I still can't shake the fear and anger. I got into journalism to report the truth, not to be a target for people who want attention through hate. The only reason I'm safe today is luck, not the system. Al Roker is like my brother. If that man had approached him instead of me in that dressing room, I hate to think what would have happened. I love the Today family, but love doesn't mean looking the other way. Before I return, I need to see a public, detailed security upgrade plan, not just internal talk about people getting fired. Thank you to everyone for your concern. I'm not running away. If even the Today dressing room can't keep hate and violence out, how can we ask viewers to trust what they see in the news?
Now, you can't blame the man for feeling this way. How did this Andrew True Love get into this, into those studios? to be able to pose a threat to these people, Al Roker and Craig Melvin. You see, I don't blame Mr. Melvin for one bit, you know what I'm saying, in deciding not to go back until they improve on their security there. You see, because there's no way that this guy should have been got in there to do anything. You know, he needs to take his ass back to prison. As a matter of fact, he should have never been let out, seeing as how he attempted to, kidnap an 8-year-old child from a school. How sick is that, man? He should have never even been let out. You see what I'm saying? And he should have did way more than some 10 years. And all they did was slap him on the wrist in the first place by suspending 6, and then putting him on probation, for 10 years. But, like I was saying, this is the climate in this country. I would advise anybody, that comes across this video, if you are so-called black, make sure you watch your back and be prepared for people like this, that decide that they want to come and address you or accost you or do harm to you simply because the color of your skin, racist. To me, it really all boils down to envy. You see what I'm saying? And envy is a hatred predicated on jealousy. What they say jealousy is. This guy right here, Andrew Truelove, you have way more things to worry about than going up onto somebody's job, calling them racial slurs. You have way more things to worry about. There's some things coming your way. You see what I'm saying? That ask some of your people over there in Europe. Talk with them. You know what I'm saying? And that's just for openers. So you should have your mind on something else. And I would advise any racist that comes across this video, don't do what you see this guy did. Don't try to be another Chud the Builder. It's going to end bad for you. There was a guy I did the video on yesterday, Mr. Hate, Remington McCall. He's a Chud the Builder wannabe. He mocked Nolan Wells' demise, and in return, lost his job, put out his house, you see what I mean? And receiving an immense, abundant amount of threats, okay? It just don't end well for you racists anymore, period. Anything's liable to happen to you. Get your hate in check before it gets you in check. That's just what it is. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this situation. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.